Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt with our Tuesdays workout. I got a lot of stuff spread out throughout the room here. We're gonna be doing a bunch of different exercises. Let's get right to it. 3 minutes of your choice, 1-minute pace cardio, and then grab a medium band. We're gonna do a couple rounds through these band upright rows. So I'm just standing on the band, rowing vertically. So pulling the hands like thumbs, like I'm zipping a zipper up the side of my body, and then put the other side of the band underneath your feet, and we're getting Romanian deadlifts. So that's high hips, good stretch in the hamstrings and activation of the glutes. Next, I'm gonna take my PVC pipe, and we're gonna do some single leg deadlifts with a reach. So when we do the single leg deadlift, obviously we are doing a deadlift, we are doing one with just one leg, so we're working on our balance. And what I'd like to see is at the bottom position that I'm almost a straight line parallel to the ground from my arms to my torso to my back leg, and then I reset to this standing position, right? Arms, torso, and back leg, all one straight horizontal line that's parallel to the ground, and then reaching back, okay? That is our movement for this one. And then the last one is a 20-second monkey hang, active legs, right? So active legs, I just want you to like walk or knee raise in place, right, for 20 seconds. So I've got my good monkey hang position, and I'm just walking actively at a slow pace, like so, for 20 seconds, okay? Get through that sequence twice, and then let's set up for our seated pressing. The superset for today requires a single elevated plate, so you can use a 35 or a 45 for that. Our pressing will be relatively lower volume, relatively higher weight on the final 2 sets. So it's a ladder going down, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. The percentages are built into SugarWOD. When we do this, it's set up at the same height as our bench press. I'm gonna lean forward just a little bit, grab that bar at shoulder width grip, and then put it on top of my shoulders. And from here, I'm keeping my belly really tight, keeping my feet pressed into the ground, and just pressing straight up. Make sure on this one you don't lean back. You can lose that bar behind you if you lean back too much. So try to keep your torso nice and vertical, good balance and weight on your feet, even when the weight is heavy. The superset is our front foot elevated split squat. This is a knee rehab as well as a quad strengthening exercise and a hip flexor stretching exercise. So I've got approximately a lunging stance, but instead of lunging, I'm doing a very extreme far forward press of the knee, right? So my knee is going as far as it can forward. I can feel tension in that Achilles on my front foot, not letting my front foot break from the plate, right? And I'm stretching out the hip flexor on the trailing leg and then pressing up and back. So the movement in general is forward and down diagonally, and then upward and back diagonally. If you would like to add a light weight to this, like a kettlebell or a dumbbell, that is also fine. All right, only on the first 3 sets, so 3 sets of 8 and 8 on the front foot elevated split squat. When we finish all that stuff, we can put everything away. You need a place to do your deficit push-ups. I have a pair of kettlebells out right now because it works on wrist strength as well. You can use your plate from your front foot elevated split squats and just add another one if you'd like to. Then you'd also need a dumbbell for dumbbell snatches. You need a Matador. So this is why we wait until we finish the pressing movements to set up the Matadors, because they do interfere with the barbells. So the Matador is set, and then you need a pair of rings for your ring rows. And the way it will work, the workout is going to be an AMRAP, and it is all body weight and light explosives for the 15 minutes, and it is a upwards ladder. So we'll start with 1 rep of each, and then the next round is 2 reps of each, 3 reps of each, etc., for 15 minutes. So the first one is our deficit push-up. The point of the deficit push-up is to increase the range of motion of the arm and shoulder relative to a regular push-up where it would be just my chest touching the ground. Now my hands are elevated and my chest still has to touch the ground. So I've got to stretch even further into the bottom of this, right? So all the way down, chin, chest, and thighs touching the ground, even though my hands are elevated up, and then press up to a full extension of the arms, okay? That's my deficit push-up. After deficit push-up, we're gonna do ring rows. Nothing fancy on the ring rows, it's just a body weight pulling exercise. All right, so all the way back and then row up until my wrist gets to my rib cage. After the deficit push-ups, then I'm gonna do my Matador dips. So Matador, set it at a height that allows you to use whatever scaling you want. So you could put a band across the Matador and put your knees in it. You could use your tippy toes to help you out just a little bit, right? But try to do the majority of the work with your arms. If you put it up higher, just watch out for your head in the overhead position. And the last exercise is our explosive one. It's our dumbbell snatch. 50 and 35 are the weights. So this will be really easy on the first round. It's just 1 and 1. On the second round, it's 2 and 2. On the third round, it's 3 and 3. So it keeps on going up by 1 rep, but the dumbbell snatch is per arm, okay? And that is it for today on this Tuesday. I hope you guys have a great one, and I'll see you on Wednesday.